Yo, 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 welcome back to the boat. Still afloat coming to you on Wednesday this time, April 8th. We're in three different time zones. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We got Marcus in the Central time zone. We got Darius in the East Coast. So we all over the board tonight. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, it's your host coming at it, Michael Smith, aka Smitty, out of Portland, Oregon right now.
Hey yo, it's Marcus J coming to you from Dallas. Happy college basketball is over. Now we can focus on the real things like the NBA.
Oh my gosh, man. It's Darius, man. Still in the Midwest in Naptown. So that this dude here, man, this he supposed to be in love with hoops. He just watch only one one type of hoops.
Only one that matters.
Look,
Only
he
one
got that
type
he
of
got
hoop.
that he got that red solo cup like he drinking that yak tonight too. So we know he about we about to come extra, about to
That
about
boy, that
crazy
that
on the
boy,
screen
that
tonight.
boy drinking vitamins so his hair follicles get some strength.
Ain't
Hey, hey, go ahead and save up that money for Turkey. Make that trip
You're
over.
right. Make that trip to Turkey. Istanbul.
already on the ride. It can't save me.
Istanbul. Go ahead.
Well, hey, normally we kick it off with Call Me Crazy, but we're going to change it up a little bit tonight. We got a lot of things happening, a lot of basketball topics for real. So we're going to kick it off by talking about and starting with Final Four. So we got some topics all across the board from the Final Four, but we're going to start it off with the men's Final Four that happened now 2 days ago. So we normally come at you guys on Sunday night and we post on Monday morning, but this week we're coming at you guys Wednesday night, going to post on Thursday morning. So let's kick it off with men's Final Four. Marcus, how much you got to say?
You
Uh,
said the men's or the women's?
he ain't
The
got nothing to
men's.
say.
uh, con- con-
He even wore his shirt is fitting because that's the only thing he knows.
Congrats to Michigan. You guys broke my bracket. I had Illinois winning and I had Arizona winning, and neither one of them won. So I lost a lot of money. Therefore, I'm frustrated, and I got so angry that I lost the money. I didn't care about the basketball, and to my shame, I turned the game on. I turned it right back off.
Man, shout out to Dusty May. He was an Indiana alum. So last year when that job opened up, they talked about whether he was going to move for that job or not. But he bet on himself and proved himself right. I mean, they
Who's
said
Yeah.
that was the first. He's the coach for Michigan. So this
okay?
is the first. It's kind of sad when you think about it, but it also shows kind of the current climate of college basketball. So Michigan is the first team to win where all five of their starters were transfers.
Yeah.
All five,
All
All
five
five
of
years.
them.
This is
bro.
I think it's the first time in 37 years they won the chip
Yeah, they won
too.
in 89. So
Yeah.
the Fab Five never won, made it
Five
to the
five and
Final
one.
Four.
They got close. They lost. I think it was a championship game they lost to Louisville with Peyton Siva and Trey Burke were there.
Yeah,
I,
and they made another final. They made a couple Final Fours with John Beeline, who
Yeah.
had a very short tenure as a Cavaliers coach.
Well,
how long?
did they make it with Manny Harris? Manny Harris was on the Wolves and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Uh, yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. was there with Trey Burke, so that was the year they made that. That was the year they made that one. But
Yeah.
then they made it again, and I want to say 2018. They made the Final Four. That was like who was the big white kid? Oh, the Wagner brother,
Um.
the older Wagner brother, Mo Wagner.
Mo
Yeah.
Wagner.
So he was on that team when they believe they went to the championship and lost against North Carolina that year.
How long has it
Oh,
been since the transfer portal rules have changed?
What do you mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when they started allowing you didn't have to sit out for a year. Like how long has it been since?
2019, 2020, but it really is like inflated the past few years with NIL. It's basically everybody thinks they can go get a bag somewhere else. But transfer portal has been a thing. Really, I mean, I think about it like football, like Justin Fields, guy named Tate Martell, like that. They were the first set of transfers where they didn't have to sit a year,
Mhm.
but you still didn't see it a whole lot because people weren't getting paid. But really, the past NIL era since 21, it feels like cats are going in all the time now because they know they can catch a bag.
It's professional sports at this point. I heard someone saying it's the exact same thing. It's they got an off season where everyone could transfer. They're getting contracts. Like it's professional sports at this point. So
Yeah, they just need to treat it like a farm team at this point. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They look you at this point you should be able to trade players, release them. like like you should just I mean just treat it like the G League before the G League.
for real.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. The revenue sports, basketball and men's and women's is to a lesser degree, but in some schools it is a revenue sport. But then football, I almost feel like they have to treat those as a separate entity. Because I mean, I'm in
Yeah.
Portland for a sales meeting right now, and we were talking about flag football and how it's becoming more and more popular at the high school level, but they're trying to like get it into colleges. And the challenging
Flag
part about
football.
adding it, yeah, for women. But the challenging part about even trying to add it is you already have the volleyball team, you already have even in some cases the rowing team. You got UCLA that's in the Big Ten playing Rutgers. So football, you make all this money off of it. It makes sense to fly the football team across country, but you got the soccer team. They don't generate revenue from a past a break even standpoint. And it's like, man, how are we going to spend? We already have to spend this money on the teams that don't make money to fly them all over the country. We can't add another team to that. So that's the sad reality of all this. The transfer portal, the conference realignment era is, yes, I'm glad the players are getting paid, and I think they should, but you
But there's only
lose
so
some of
much money
that.
there's only so much money that can go around. If you're not a prevalent sport, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you come to college, there's only so much money to go around. Which honestly, prior prior to sport that people always overlook, but there's so much money in it, so much scholarship opportunity too, is golf. Just
Yeah.
being a caddy. But
We'll
you know what
get
I'm
you an
saying?
Evans scholarship.
Bruh, you better go, people better start going to these country clubs, man, learn how to freaking pick up this golf game. But no, man, I mean, kind of, I know Marcus can't say no. I thought it was a good game, dude. For a little bit there, it looked like UConn was coming back. Braylon Mullins was putting together a pretty decent game. You know who I like on Michigan? Their guard. I think his name
Cadeau,
Cadu or
Ellie
something.
Cadeau, Ellie Cadeau.
Alec
Yeah,
Cadu.
came transferred
Dude,
from North Carolina.
he tough. He
Yeah.
is tough, man. He's like 6'2", 6'3", just a kind of big body, hard nosed guard. Man, he was just this dude. This dude got kicked up. He was just kind of going. He was just kind of going at people, man. So I respected it a ton, dude. Like I thought they played well. I feel like at no point did UConn look like they um controlled the game at all.
Yeah, I think it's respect to Coach Hurley because I mean, yeah, they're a 2 seed, so it's not like a complete shock they were in the Final Four, but it felt like they had no business competing with Michigan the way that Michigan wiped the floor with Arizona a couple days before that,
Mhm.
and really the way they've been running through the tournament. So I think the fact that UConn even hung in there with them just shows how good a Coach Hurley is,
Yeah,
but also like the environment and the culture that he's established at that team. Whether you like him or not, because he can definitely be intense to like almost a level that like rubs people the wrong way. And you either love him or you hate him. But the dude wins at the end of the day. And we see that in his counterpart over there on the women's side, which we can talk about that one too. Because we saw that UConn got knocked out in the Final Four, even though they were undefeated and were the odds-on favorite to win the whole thing, not just
so,
make it to the championship.
so I will say, I mean I'm not a huge Dan Hurley fan, but I respect what he's doing on UConn. Like I think they're gonna be a team that is always gonna be a contention every year. 'Cause like you said, I think he's just that good of a coach. He know how to pull what he needs to pull out of his players. I personally see UConn potentially being a better program than like Duke and UNC. You know,
Woo.
I can see just because I think he's a better coach than John Shire. I think John Shire just hasn't hit that stride yet. You know what I'm saying? Because John Shire just kind of got the spots, but I can see him being a better program where I think he'll be kind of like contending for championships a little bit more than I think Duke and UNC would. I feel like
The
UNC
crazy
kind
part
of
about
fell
it,
fell off a little bit. UNC definitely fell off.
so UConn has now been to 8 Final Fours and won 6 of them. So that's a hit.
Yeah,
That's a high hit rate considering you go to
yeah.
8, but you've won 6,
You
Yeah.
want
and
to say,
they would have been 7 for 8 had they won the other day.
yeah, he did. He
But
won. They won last year. No. Florida won
two
last year.
years
They
ago,
won two
2 years
years ago.
ago, and but then they won back to back. So
Yeah,
you think,
yeah,
I mean, you talk about Duke, you talk about North Carolina, you talk about Kentucky, you talk about Kansas, you talk about UCLA. Between those schools, I mean, North Carolina's won 3 in recent memory. Duke's won last time was 2015. Kentucky won 2012. UCLA hasn't won since the 90s. So like they're the Blue Buds, but UConn has won 6 national championships since '99. So
yeah.
you talk about a blue blood, yeah, they don't go back to the '70s and '80s, but they're the most dominant program of the 2000s when you think about it.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, it's not a stretch at all to say that they're Hurley, as long as he stays at UConn, is going to have his pick of the litter when it comes to building
Oh
the
yeah.
best program. So
Oh
I can
yeah.
agree with you there.
All I want to know is how many NBA players they got on their team.
Braylon Mullins will be an NBA player.
Yeah, he will. He
They're
got
the
it.
type
He
of
got a clip.
program. Yeah, they're
The dude from
yeah,
Indiana that was a shooter. That's
yeah,
him. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, freshman. So he'll be a pro. But they're the type of program that like I mean, Caravan, just because he's such a winner, he might
Yeah,
get
he'll be
like
there.
picked up.
I can see Reed getting picked up.
Yeah,
Um,
that's probably
he-
about it, honestly.
yeah, it's
But
probably
nobody will be a star. Like Braylon Mullins will be like a good like role player.
yeah.
Um,
Braylon Mullins will be a good he'll be like the con nipple to somebody on
I was gonna
somebody's.
say, can he do anything other than shoot from the outside?
he got a little wiggle to him, but
Yeah,
like
he got a little wiggle to him.
he's only a freshman. But I think
Yeah,
that's where it's easy to lose sight of. Like a lot of these programs that are winning national championships aren't putting out 5 and 6 pros every year. They're the ones that are
yeah,
winning with the guy that is already paying child support because he's 24, 25 years old. Like Alex Caravan is a 4th-year guy in that program, and
yeah.
he'll be an NBA player because he's won so much, but he's not a 5-star like one and done or two and done type of player.
Uh,
And Duke's got all of them, and they haven't won since 2015.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Since Michigan, you said they all their guys.
Lindeborg will be a pro. He'll be a lottery pick, but he's the only one I
Yeah.
would say will be a lottery pick.
You said all those dudes were from the transfer portal, so none of them were freshmen.
No,
No.
Lindeborg is a junior. He came from UAB, so he was the number 1 transfer in the country. So he wasn't like slept on, but he was slept on in the sense that the dude is like 6'9" and built, and looks
Yeah.
like he should be a first round pick.
Yeah, he got like an NBA ready body. I think Elliot Cadeau, he may have. I don't think he may have showed enough to where some team would take a chance on him. But I thought he was 6'2", 6'3". He's 6'1". So he'll have to really be able to show that he's like he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? And run a team.
Yeah, yeah. So I
But
think that's the new blueprint is winning with maybe not
what?
5
Yeah,
transfers, but winning with transfers, but mostly winning with grown men or
yeah.
winning with
You got
grown
to.
men.
I mean, like kind of like switching gears to the women. Speaking of winning, like I I, I kind of lost a little bit, and I mean, who am I, right? I lost a little bit of respect for Geno because I'm just like, bro, like you got beat by Dawn. Last year you beat her. She shook your hand and da da da. And I think he came out and apologized, but it's like I'm all for competitive. But it's like, bro, like just
It was
sometimes you just gotta take,
competitive.
yeah, you gotta take your L, bro. Like you talking about like, oh, like I think he was kind of mad because the refs was kind of like letting him play, letting Carolina be a bit more physical with him. But I'm like, it's also the tournament, bro. Like, what do you expect? If you haven't prepped your girls to be physical, then you didn't prep them to be in a tournament. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Are they the only
Yeah.
two
So
winners?
the
Like, is it? I mean, I know neither one of them won this year, but in general, is it just them going back and forth, Geno and Dawn?
not uh
kind
no
of. I mean, they've
LSU's like
won.
right on the cusp.
Yeah, they've won one. I mean, UCLA they've won. Notre Dame has snuck in there. So
Yeah,
UConn when they won last year, that was their first time in a bit. So
yeah,
there's been more good teams than there were. It used to just be like UConn and Tennessee, and then it turned into UConn and South Carolina. There's now probably 10 really, really good teams a year, but there's probably 4 or 5 every year that can actually win it. versus
Yeah,
it
Bro,
used
like
to be too.
I
yeah,
need to
like Kim,
put
Kim,
my
like Kim
bracket.
Mulvey's, Kim Mulvey, like LSU, they weren't bad this year. I think they just didn't go far. UCLA is, who won.
Texas
They're
was
good.
there. They've been good for the
Texas,
past. They went to the Final Four
yeah,
last year.
Texas is good. North Carolina, Notre Dame was definitely good. They got a chick, Hannah Hidalgo.
And I'll go. Yeah.
She's a bucket. She's a bucket.
She on that Jaden Ivey. Well, we won't get to that yet, but she on that similar
Yeah,
vein.
but she's a bucket. But then you also got you got
Kara
Juju
Lawson at
come.
Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
Juju
Juju
coming
coming
back.
come back. So
But yeah,
yeah,
Kara
so
Lawson at Duke. She's got a program running. She was a really good player at Tennessee, a decent player in the pros, but she coached on the Celtic staff for a long time, and then she got a job. She got a chance to get a head coaching gig for Duke women. So, but yeah, USC will be good again. So yeah, there's more teams than just two that are have a shot. But yeah, to kind of paint the picture of Don Staley and Geno, essentially the issue was that Geno pointed out that Don Staley at first said you didn't shake my hand, and you could read her lips. She said, "Geno, I did shake your effing hand." But essentially, I guess his beef was that he waited on her at half court for a little bit of time, and she made him wait at half court because God forbid a woman makes a man wait at half court to shake hands. But
Hey,
that's why I say it was competitive because he wouldn't have been mad. He wouldn't have said a thing about it if they won.
wait. Is he talking about before the game? She didn't shake his hand.
Before
yeah.
Oh, come on, get out of here.
it's customary for coaches to meet at half court and shake hands. She did. They showed a replay of the video. She literally
Yeah,
shook his hand. I guess
they
she
have
just
video
made him wait.
evidence of it. He was just
So,
he was
but you
just
know,
he was
He was in his
butthurt, bro.
feelings because
He was
he did
butthurt. He
he did an
lost.
interview. He did an interview before the fourth quarter, basically berating the other team, saying and they said Sarah Strong, UConn's best player. He was talking about like they're out there tearing her jersey. They showed a video. She got mad and tore her own jersey. But then they also talked about. He also pointed out Don Staley. He was dry snitching and said that she was calling the ref all types of names that he wouldn't even repeat. So he was just mad at the end of the
He
day.
was yeah he was butthurt. 'Cause like you said, if he won, we wouldn't hear any of this. You lost. Take this L back to Connecticut with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Or
just like
stores that in your pocket.
right. It's like bro, I'm just like fam. Like you've won. You've been here. You know what it takes. So it's kind of like. I just feel like as a coach, as a leader of that team, then you walk off, leave your team out there. Just like I feel like it's time for some of these coaches where it's like, all right, y'all probably just need to get some new blood in there. Like, go ahead, let him ride off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go home to your wife. Like,
At the end
do
of the
something.
day, at the end of the day, it's never going to look good when a man is trying to take a position of strength over a woman in a show of force.
Exactly.
But it looks even
Exactly.
worse when it's an old white man doing it to a black woman. So there's no winning in
Absolutely.
that. And he should have just come out and apologized right after the game. He should have their student information director or their whoever runs their communication should have got him
That
and said,
PR.
I don't care if you mean it or not, but you need to apologize.
Yep.
Because essentially his black assistants were the ones that were having to go to Don after the game and apologize on his behalf because he just left the court.
Yeah.
Well, best believe I would have been side eyeing him.
Oh,
Oh
for
no,
I
sure.
bet.
Don was like, I'm gonna F Gino up. So definitely fit the
She said,
Philly.
I'm gonna beat his
Beat, yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass. The Philly came out of her real quick,
real quick, real quick.
real quick. So
Now,
yeah, so
And it
yeah,
was and it
he
was
was
deserved. And
butthurt
it was
though.
deserved. It was
It was
deserved.
definitely deserved.
I'm
He was
saying
in
if
the
I
wrong for
work from
sure.
him, if I'm an assistant, I'm looking at him. I'm like, hold up, bro.
Y'all ever and
you gonna
what is it?
you gonna see me put a South Carolina jersey on real quick.
There's
Right, like the
it's
Homer meme. You come out with UConn, fade back to the bushes, come back out with South Carolina.
Hey,
at the end of at
I was
the
black before I had this job.
there's a song on Reasonable Doubt called 22 Twos.
Yep.
And at the end of it, the lady's talking, and somebody from the back goes, "Shut the f up!" And she goes, "Wait! Who told me shut the f up?" They said,
F up.
"Him."
Yeah.
That's what I would have did. That's what I would have did. I would have
Who
said that wasn't
told?
me. That was
Get him out of here. Get
him.
him out of here.
I'm not gonna continue this show until y'all get him out of here. I would have with the quickness kicked that man out. Been like, hey,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not gonna
no,
make me stand on Front Street for you, Geno.
yeah. I mean, he just you just gotta gracefully make your exit. And speaking of exit, let's go ahead and hop into Jaden Ivey. That's what we've been biting at the bit. Let's just go ahead dive into this Jaden Ivey.
So if you
Yeah,
haven't seen, if you've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks, essentially Jaden Ivey, his mom also coaches at Notre Dame. He
right.
played at Purdue,
Catholic school,
I
Notre
point
Dame
out,
Catholic school, right?
but
Yep.
I point out his mom coaches at Notre Dame because we go back to Hannah Hidalgo and some of her. If you do some research on her, you'll look the apple didn't fall far from the recruiting tree, I guess. But
Yeah.
essentially, Jaden Ivey got traded back during the trade deadline from Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. He's been hurt most of the year. He's showed a lot of promise coming into the league, but just hasn't quite been able to live up to it. It's kind of a sad case because I really felt like he was going to be that number two for Cade that he needed before it became Jalen Duren, excuse me. But essentially, he got released because of some stuff that he had said out in the media and kind of posting and being all up in the videos and kind of essentially some homophobic things in standing on his faith kind of behind it and kind of alienating himself with his faith from maybe his teammates and his team. So I'll let y'all kind of I teed it up, but I'll let y'all take it from there and I'll kind of chime in too.
Uh, the, man, I've been thinking about this on and on. One thing I will say thank you to Jaden Ivey for is because of his antics, Bulls finally fired their front office. So I will say thank you, Jaden Ivey. Like
Right.
I wasn't
He was
sure where
the
you were
trick.
going there with that for a sec. I was like,
you
if two things will get us fired, it is talking about Jewish people and it is saying the wrong inflammatory thing about this subject.
let me tell you something. Thank you, Jaden Ivey. You got the Bulls to let go of their front office, which it may not have happened. So hey, you were doing the Lord's work.
They
Okay. So
little prayer from
yeah, you were doing the Lord's work. You were the straw that broke the camel's back. Um, so I mean, I was listening to it, and he was, I know people like, oh, mental health. And I mean, it may be some stuff. He may be going through some stuff. I mean, he hasn't really been healthy since Detroit. Who knows? Religions could have been uh, uh, alienating him from different teammates. If I can implore Jaden Ivey to anything, since he, we're all, God fearing men are here. I I actually agree with some of the sentiment. I agree with the sentiment that he had. Like, you don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle. You don't have to agree with the choices that they make, right? But that's not on you to condemn them to hell or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always felt like, how are you going to condemn someone from the places you trying to get into?
mm,
It ain't your place either. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
how do
well,
you know you go get into that place? We all fight for it. But I also think about First Corinthians chapter 9:22, when Paul talks about being
don't get
all
it.
things to
Now,
all men. So pretty much the gospel is accessible to all people. And if you really are trying to be a man of faith and preach God's word, there is an aspect of empathy, an aspect of love, an aspect of truth and grace that you have to have, of course, without compromising your core beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like he's on this fire and brimstone path, but it's like you lacking a lot. You have a lot of zeal and little to no knowledge of how to do this. Because even Paul, I'm like, it's almost like, do you think Paul and Jesus and all these people in those times didn't deal with people who are homosexual? They just didn't have a word for it. You know what I'm saying? But you think they didn't deal with that stuff? How was Jesus able to be with prostitutes, with tax collectors, with con men? He was able to be with all these people and run in circles with all these people and never compromise the message and never compromise his stance on what he thought was sin. There was an aspect of hating the sin but loving the person. And so I feel like for him to be kind of calling out different people, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? What Jaden Ivey showed, he showed two things. One, you ain't good enough for the media, for the league to say, hey, we're going to overlook this. You just ain't. Because one, you ain't been available. So if you had a track record where you were producing, it's kind of like Kyrie. Like when Kyrie was saying some of the stuff, I was agreeing with Kyrie. It was like Kyrie just you don't have to prove you're the smartest person in the room. Like make these reporters do their job. But Kyrie is so good to where it's kind of like, yo, Kyrie is still in the league. Hold on to his beliefs, but Kyrie also emphasizes a huge stance of love for people, right? Jaden Ivey, you have been hurt, big dog. You don't have the rope. You don't have the rope. One. Two, you went after their son. You went after Steph Curry, the babyface sons.
Yeah.
No one don't what they say, don't knock over the money. You tried to knock over the money. And they said, okay, come over here. Three, I don't like the league doing this because I'm like, there's players have done worse things.
Technically, it wasn't the league; it was the Bulls.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. It
he
was
hadn't
the
been
Bulls.
blackballed. He hadn't
Yeah,
been
he hasn't been
blackballed.
blackballed by the league. So I'm not, you're right. I'm not gonna say the league. The Bulls, like, yo, like we can't have this again because the Bulls, like, yo, we ain't good enough for this to be the distraction. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I feel like Jaden Ivey, man, like, although I can appreciate his stance on free speech, I know he said, well, like this ain't free speech because he got punished. Like, no, you have free speech. You're not free of consequences.
Facts.
Like you are still a 1099 employee, 1099 contractor, brother. And at any point, I can terminate your contract. And that's what they did because you're still a reflection of the Chicago Bulls organization.
I
And
think too. I'll let you go, Marcus, but I'm gonna say real quick too. The funny part is you can't get blackballed for this, which I don't think you should be. But it
No,
just lets you know where black people stand in society because Colin Kaepernick has not played a game since 2016.
yep.
yeah,
And I will say that, and I will leave it there.
in, in the in the words of Stephen A, I'm gonna switch a little bit. Stay off the internet.
Bruh, he got to put his phone down.
Jesus says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened." Instagram also says that. Everybody got to take their problems to Instagram. Twitter,
Eh, oh
everybody,
my gosh.
everybody.
You have said a word. You have said a word.
Bro, this man snitching on his own wife, talking about she ain't text me back. Bro,
And then he had her in
you
another
don't get
video trying to
your,
put her in a video.
huh?
Yeah, she say like she just tired, bro. She say
She
like
was like,
eh,
get me off this, basically. He tried
yeah,
to put her on the video.
yeah. I think at this point it's not even a matter of him being, talking about his faith. I think it's a matter of like, bro, like you just talking. Like you have no direction right now. You just talk, you just ranting. Stay off
And
your phone, bro.
and the only reason I'm not saying he on drugs is because I believe he's a brother of the faith. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think he on drugs.
I don't think he is either, but guess what? If he wasn't repping Christ, I would have been like, stay off the weed.
I think like Mike said, bro. One, as a black man, you ain't got much rope. Two, the last person that made again, I'm not saying it's wrong. I think if you have this conviction, you should not compromise your conviction, your beliefs, right? Like if you feel like the league celebrating Pride Month is against your base convictions, totally get why you don't want to participate in that. I totally get that. But also to be like Jesus is I don't agree with your lifestyle, but I'm still gonna love you with no strings attached because I can hate the sin, but I can disassociate what I don't agree with or what the Bible says is sin from the person. The Bible said God hates sin. It never says God hates the person. So I think
Yeah,
that's the part that he seemed to be conflating. But also, brother, they will find every reason to keep you out. Mark Jackson, was very vocal about his faith, and he built up the Warriors for them just to get a credit to Steve Kerr.
that's facts.
You
That's
know what I'm
facts.
saying? So
And
I'm not saying that you don't, you stay mute when you need to be mute, but I think the way he going about it, I'm like, who are you winning? Who are you winning to God?
There we go.
I think he's using his platform in the wrong way because I feel like if
Yes.
you're going to talk against, if you're going to me, in his platform, lead with love. So anything you do on the internet to talk about your faith, you should do it with love. If you're going to talk about convictions, if you're going to talk about where you stand, you should do that in the private setting of like your teammates and your coaches and the people that are in your circle that you come into contact with that know you day in, day out, know your heart, know what you stand for, and know you're living it out. lead with love if you're going to speak out loud, but try to like if you're going to talk about your convictions and the things that you stand for, that's where I feel like you try to influence your circle and every circle that you're in. You're not gonna win people over by, like you said, Marcus, putting all that stuff on the internet because there's just no winning in that. Like you can't
No,
explain your intentions, you can't explain
um,
context, and he just comes across like he's a crazy cult member, if I'm being honest.
that's how he comes about. He's yelling in the empty void of social media, and social media is not a real place. And it's kind of like, brother, like you will probably win a lot more people if you say you love God and you say you're a Christian. Let your life and your doctrine match up.
Facts.
So because
And
people, you can, yeah,
especially right now, like Christians are more known for the things that they're against than the people that they love.
bro, I'm gonna keep it real. As someone who loves God, there's a lot of so-called Christians out there. I'm like, bro, like if this is a representative, I don't want to be a Christian.
Oh,
If
for
these are the
100%.
people, if these are the people that call themselves people who love God, I don't
Mm,
want to be. I've seen people who've practiced Islam that I've been more inspired by. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You got a whole month of Ramadan where they don't eat, drink, serve the community, abstain from stuff, and they spend all day giving thanks to God and then
Mm,
breaking bread when the sun. I'm just like, brother, you mean to tell me that people like that, like, again, God judges the heart, but you mean to tell me that people like that ain't close to God? They don't love God? But you got these so-called people who are Christians and talk about like, loving God, but then these same people who call themselves Christians are racist, some are pedophiles, are greedy capitalists, like they
yeah.
like they're some of the most broken people, and they use what I'm saying, they use God, they misrepresent God in a way that nobody wants to even like. Why would I want to do that? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I hope he hope he get it together, bro. I hope
Yeah,
he
if
good,
you
bro.
don't get picked up by another NBA team, because it's not about the money. I keep hearing them say it's about the money, and if you truly a person of faith, then the money is not the number one determining factor. So we got to throw that out there because that's what most of the media outlets are saying. You drop the bag, you drop the bag. Guess what? He's talented enough. He could go overseas, make a nice bag, come back. He's still going to live a great life financially just based on his talent. It sucks he's out the league, and for us who actually have a faith in this and have a you know it matters more than the money to us. Like it's hard to see someone who could be a great representative kind of crash out, Christian crash out.
For
But
sure. Yeah.
thank you for thank you for being the starter, broke camel's back, and a Bulls fighter for an office. So thank you for that, Dave. Appreciate you. You are doing the Lord's work in that regard.
God is good
God
all the
all the
time, all the
time.
time,
Time,
all the
God is
time.
good.
God is good. God is good
Hey,
all the
hey.
time, all the time.
Thank you, Jane.
Well, we got one more week left in less than a week. We got till what?
Yeah,
Sunday is the last games of the
yeah.
season. So we we're how we think it's gonna shake out. We're not talking about the playoffs. How do we think the rest of the season is gonna like for example, do we think Wemby's gonna get enough games? Do we think
Yeah,
Luka and Cade are gonna get the exception?
it's real simple. In the West, I think it's the the seeding is already taken care of. Thunder one, Spurs two. The Nuggets are going to finish three. It sucks for the Lakers. They're going to drop down to four and have to play the Rockets first round and lose to the Rockets. The biggest question mark in the West is the Timberwolves because Jaden McDaniels and Edwards are injured
Mm.
right now. So they got 3 games to play themselves back into game shape and dust off the rust before the playoffs. Luka will get the exception. The rule is if you play 62 games and then you have a season-ending injury, you're allowed an exception. Cade won't get the exception for one because he didn't play 62 games, and him playing 62 games will mean that his injury wasn't season-ending, which is kind of a catch-22 if you think about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's my thoughts, and that's specifically to the West. The biggest thing is how quickly can the Timberwolves get healthy because they're going to have to face the Nuggets first round of the playoffs in about a week here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Memphis Grizzlies and Utah
What?
Jazz game on. No, listen, just listen. The Memphis Grizzlies and Utah Jazz tickets as low as $9. Would you pay $9 times however many tickets you got to get to go to that game on Friday, April 10th?
Between the
Nah, I'm good.
teams, I could have named 9 players that I know for a fact they're going to play. The
Hey, it's the G League All Stars versus the G League All Stars.
Grizzlies
Yeah.
dropped a record. They tied the record for most threes in a game just yesterday or the day before. So I actually looked at the names. I didn't recognize one. They dropped 29 threes. I know why they dropped 29 threes. Nobody had the scouting report on these dudes.
Man, another one. They
Oh,
so I'm at a sales meeting in Portland, like I said. I have to miss it, but the final event that we're doing is the Sacramento Kings versus the Trailblazers game. I'm like, man, the tickets on that one are $15. So I'm like, man, there's gonna be a bunch of us there. And part of me is like, man, I'd like to go see a game. Like
Would
I'll
you
watch
say
any
the Kings
NBA
and the
game.
Blazers?
Say it again.
You said the Kings and who?
The Kings and the Blazers.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that to Drew.
So listen, so it's a free, it would be a free game, but I gotta head out of town before. But in my mind, I'm like, man, I would like to go see an NBA game, but I'm also like, man, like I could care less about seeing the Kings do anything. It's between them and the Jazz. Like at least the Jazz got the starter like something. The Kings, what do they have to respect? As my man Derek Luke said.
Russell Westbrook on the sideline clapping, getting that triple
hey,
double.
hey. There would be no Brody slander on this pod.
Hey
There
man,
would be no Brody
at
slander.
least one Hall of Famer will be playing. That's Drew Holiday.
Hey,
Westbrook and DeRozan over there sitting on the sidelines laughing and dapping up.
hey,
I wish I could give you this napkin, Marcus.
Stop.
mercy.
Stop.
Give, give,
Don't
hey,
hate
hey,
on
give,
no.
give him the McDavid knee pass. The hex kind too. You need the cushion,
Lord,
protection,
we just
mercy.
got done talking about our faith. Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah, he knew he could. I don't know, man. I think what's gonna happen is I'm excited to see the Hornets beat the Heat and kind of in that first playoff game, play in rather.
Yeah.
But I think if they I think with the way they've been playing, I can legit see them still in the eighth seed. Now I think they're gonna lose to the Pistons in the first round.
Yeah.
But I feel like they'll be like a team that kind of surprised people. Remember that run that the Kings went on the one year where they were like, what I'm saying, they were kind of rolling in the playoffs for a little bit.
2 seed.
Yeah, they were kind of rolling for a bit. I feel like the Hornets can be a team like that where they're gonna they just people just underestimate them, and
Mm-hmm.
that's they can lose them a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like the Warriors are done, man. I feel like they're done.
Yeah.
I know we've been saying this for year two now. It's official that dynasty's dead. I think you have to get some players out of there. I think it's maybe time for Draymond to go. Maybe even time for Steph to go. Do you trade away Steph? Do you let Steph finish as a Warrior? Do you trade away Draymond? Do you let him finish as a Warrior? But I
Steph's got to
think,
ask for it though.
yeah,
He would have to
yeah,
ask for that. For they can't trade him without that.
yeah. I feel like they're more apt to try and trade Draymond than
Yeah,
probably Steph.
yeah. Warriors
But I
fans
Draymond
would
think,
try to
great with
Draymond
the
his body.
Hornets.
huh?
I would like to see Draymond on the Hornets, to be honest. I mean, that's a
Oh,
whole
dude, he would be the souped up Grant Williams for that. I think Grant Williams is cut from the same mold as Draymond.
Grant
Draymond,
Williams is a Scoot Henderson of Draymond.
A souped, a souped up, a souped up, a souped up Grant Williams is prime Draymond.
I was trying to make it sound really good, man.
Grant Williams dreams about Draymond.
A
That's
souped, a souped up, a souped up Grant Williams is one engine sputter short of a piston.
Yo, uh, so right, they need the Warriors need to do something. What I'm saying. And then I don't know. I like the Suns over there. I like the Suns with but I don't know. I feel like they've kind of they not necessarily bad. I think it's just a testament to how good the freaking West is. Because I mean, they 43 and 30, 36. So it's not like they got a terrible record. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't really believe in the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Wait. Okay. The playing game is going to be the Clippers and Suns. Who do you have on record? Who you guys have for that?
Suns.
I'm gonna go with the Suns.
I'm going to go Clippers. Y'all heard it here.
I already knew you were going to go to Clippers. When you
I'm
asked
gonna
us
go.
that, I knew you were going to Clippers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Suns.
Our
Yeah,
prediction
I mean,
is, I don't know if y'all remember this mid-season. I said I have more
yes, I
faith
remember. I
in
remember.
Kawhi making all NBA and the Clippers making the playoffs than I do Philly doing anything. And I stand by that. It's looking real good right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I can see Philly losing to Orlando. As
I
much as
can
I
see
hate
it,
that
but
game.
I could also see Paolo being like, "What is going to get Jamal Mosley fired the fastest?" And then
Me having a bad game and we losing this game.
me crashing out, injuring Desmond Bain. Like
Somebody.
he's on that type of time right now.
I was listening. I forget what I was listening to. Oh, I think it was like the Cousins podcast. T Mac and Vince, and
Yeah.
T Mac was talking about Paulo, and he was just talking about how like Paulo just needs to watch like tape of LeBron, just like pretty much just that the what in the sense of just going downhill, not settling for threes. And I look at Paulo and I'm like, man, he's 6'10", and I'm like, I don't know, like I see what he mean when he's talking about like just using his body, but I'm like, man, if he could go and learn from Melo, if he
He's a
can
weird
learn,
He's
he
Blake
is a
Griffin to
guard
weird,
in
me.
Melo.
He's
huh?
Blake Griffin to me. He's Blake Griffin to me. Like
You think
Blake
so?
Griffin developed a shot afterwards. He's a less athletic Blake Griffin. He doesn't have the bounce of Blake Griffin,
Yeah.
but Blake Griffin was a downhill, developed a mid range, eventually developed a 3-pointer, and could pass the ball. To me, that is a good but not great rebounder. Like that's Paolo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you think if he can get in the lab with Melo, just get like
It
you know
would
what I'm
We
help
don't
saying?
need
him.
Like
any more middies, bro.
no 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 no. I'm not talking about like minute, but people forget Melo's foot. Melo used to just he used to beat you up.
Yeah, that's true.
Melo was so physical. That's what I'm talking about. Like Melo was so physical, he can get a shot off in the phone booth, of course. But people forget Denver's Melo. Oh, brother, you was icing at halftime because he was gonna make you feel all 35, all 55 of his points he was gonna score that night.
Melo should be like the new Hakeem. Like every offseason, we see him with the new person giving them footwork every.
Bro. Because I think that's what it is. Like if he can get the footwork, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I mean we all know every great scorer, what they have in common is great footwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he can get great footwork, I feel like if he can learn from Melo footwork, look at some Braun tape of just how to get downhill, how to use his body. You're 6'10", bro. Like you're 6'10".
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, as far as how I see it going, I mean, I mean, Houston has won 7 in a row and still managing to be in 5th place. They're tied with the
yeah,
Lakers, so I could see them flip flopping in the Rockets getting home court. The Lakers is sad to see them go out that way because they're just kind of flaming out right now. But I think they're destined for a first round exit. But I see it ultimately as I would love to see Vic get in one more game and get those 20 minutes in. I would love to see Luka get the exception, the extreme circumstances situation. I would love to see Cade. I would love to see them break the rule for him because it's sad to see how great of a year he had and the
yeah.
fact that he's not going to be eligible for any awards on a freak accident, on a true injury for something that wasn't even, the rule wasn't even intended to fight against.
Yeah.
And then
Do,
I
I
don't
mean,
want
do
to
you
see a
think?
Florida Invitational. Like it's
Yeah.
going to be a Florida Invitational in the play-in. It's going
Miami,
to be just a
Orlando.
Miami, Orlando going to be fighting for that 8 seed.
I mean, do you think they should get rid of this 65 game rule?
Ooh, that's a great conversation. And the simple answer is no, but I'll have a tangent ready for next time.
All right, yeah, we should bring
Yeah,
that up.
my simple answer is no, because the heart of the rule is the heart of the rule. But
I'm
but
torn on it.
hold on. Yeah, it's there's always gonna be you can set it at any level and there's always gonna be exceptions you wish they had.
Pretty much, man. We blame these players from all that low management. Now they taking your season away if you don't hit 65. You're like, bro.
Yeah, it's just wild. Well, let's go ahead and move on. We didn't do, as you could tell, a traditional podcast tonight. We typically do a Call Me Crazy. We do a Who Put You on Notice, but there were just so many topics we had to talk about tonight. We are going to do one traditional topic that we do, and that's our Make 'em Say, huh? And
Nah,
that's
nah.
and this week is a little
Hey,
bit off.
don't get us sued for copyright now.
This one's a little bit off the board as far as it's a sports topic, but not an NBA topic. But we've had my man Dayton Weber, the pistol shooter, make the league, the Summer Jam screen too. So this week we got Mike Vrabel, coach of the New England Patriots, and Diana Russini. I believe she currently works for the Athletic, but she's worked for ESPN before. So I'm gonna paint a story. I'm gonna paint a picture quickly. She, her husband is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. She goes back with Mike Vrabel from when he was a Tennessee Titans coach. AJ Brown, big time receiver for the Eagles. She has been putting this story out there that she sees AJ Brown going to the Patriots because the Patriots could use another weapon for Drake May. So come to find out this week, Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel were photographed together at a resort in Arizona, holding hands in the pool, being laid up by the pool. And then they come out, put a joint statement out and say that we were there with our friends and family. They did a zoom out picture, the area surrounding them. It was nothing but pool and mountains in the background. Ain't nobody was around them. So they got some explaining to do considering they both married and they got caught and put on the Summer Jam screen. And now everybody putting their business on Front Street.
What
So
this Coldplay all over again?
it's Coldplay all over again. And the funny part is, well, I won't say the funny part. The sad part is she has been somebody who's broken news for a very long time, but now it puts into question all the stories that she's gotten and how she's gotten them because now it's like, well, how did you know that? Were you sleeping with them?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? Were you given special favors? Like, what is going on here? How'd you get in this story?
Essentially, did you open your legs to negotiate? That's what people insinuate. I'm just like, look,
Negotiation.
right, look. Whether she was getting her eggs scrambled or not,
Gosh, dang.
people cheat every day. You hate to say it, but I just feel like at this point, fam, if you are so disconnected to who you are, your Mike, your Mike and Diana, you guys are just not a regular Mike and Diana. Brother, you are a Patriots coach and you are an NFL reporter. If you think people won't recognize you and take a picture, and you out here just out in the wild in a pool talking about our wife and friend, let me tell you something. I got a wife too, and let me tell you something. You ain't about to catch me with another woman if my wife did. I don't need that type of spot on my name. You know what I'm saying? Where they take that
Not just standing next to each other, interlocked fingers.
interlock fingers. So let me tell you something. Either her husband ain't scrambling her eggs and Mike scrambles better, whatever the case may be, or maybe Mike, maybe Mike want a new plate of eggs from his wife's egg. I don't know. I don't know what the what the situation is. All I know is y'all ain't about to play in our face and say y'all was there for friends and family. That's what y'all not about to do. That's what y'all
If I
not
was if
gonna
I was
do.
if I was the husband of Diana and the wife of Mike, I would say we wasn't there. What are
Right.
you talking about?
That's okay. Just say we weren't there. Say that. But look, then take a picture of you in a hotel with each other. Say like look. Revenge, revenge is a dish best served cold, as they say. Two can play that game.
Oh
Let
man.
me quit. I'm messing. Let me quit.
Bro, I just live my life. I'm not famous at all. I'm not known. I probably know about 20 people out here in Dallas. I live my life as if someone is always watching. Bro, I get nervous when I fart in the car because I'm like, somebody gonna smell it and somebody gonna leak this. Oh no, let me roll the windows down just in case. Like I am that level of paranoid. How is it that people are this comfortable this day and age? Cameras everywhere. Not the they said it was us with family and friends, and then the internet said, nah, let's zoom out. How are people this level of comfortable?
Yo, you cannot lie to the internet, bro. if the internet got you on dirt, internet is better than federal agents at times, boy. They gave me like they have the picture, they have the time stamp, they got the hotel, they got the room number before the story even hit. Like so, just like bro, to play in our face and be like, oh yeah, I was here, we here with our families and our friends. Stop lying, brother. Stop.
When those pictures,
You would show
when
her that
those
old I formation privately in y'all hotel room. Like you know what you talking. You show the old shotgun routine that you ran in the playoffs in your bedroom. Like, bro, stop lying
hey,
to us.
the thing is, when by the time those pictures were posted, the people that posted them had all the info already. They
All
said,
that for
I'm covering every nook and cranny. If you try to poke a hole in this, I already plugged the hole in. So, and
right. You
that's what my
look,
man
look.
Vrabel was also possibly
Yeah,
doing.
he was poking holes and he was covering all nooks and crannies, is what I'm saying. He showed her what a cover two defense really looked like, is what I'm saying. So it's don't say just don't play in people's face, bro. We knew what y'all were doing, bro. We knew what y'all were doing. It's okay. I hope they got prenups
Just
because
come
if
out and
you ain't got
say,
no prenup, half, half.
just come out and say, she's my best friend.
Right.
Yo,
You better.
pull that game card.
You can't even pull that card. Here's the thing, you can't pull that card because you gotta go back to work. And so all your players
Hey,
gonna
they
look
don't.
like,
Hey,
coach.
hey, they don't care. As long as you winning games from, them, they don't care.
No, no, the players gonna be look, coach. They're gonna clutch pearls. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna clutch pearls.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do at that point. You might as well just cop to it because your wife already seen it, your kids already seen it, your husband already seen it, your kids seen it. Just cop
It
to
is
it
what it is, big dog.
and find a
Hey,
'90s R&B song to apologize to.
hey, they're like as soon as Dad, who's that woman? She's a woman that like her eggs over easy, son.
Yeah.
Like just here's what it is. She like a fried hard. All right, man, let's go on. Let's move on to this draft. Let me stop.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do that indeed. So this week we got our Stuck on the Boat draft coming up is the all rookie team. So we're going to select our all rookie team, but then we're going to give our rookie of the year picks at the end. So the all
Okay.
rookie team, we're going to do like a normal draft, but our rookie of the year is not going to be done like a draft pick. It's just going to be give your draft pick, call it a day. So the order
Got
this
it.
week we got Marcus,
Marcus.
me, Darius.
Marcus, kick us off, brother.
Yes, sir. First team all rookie is gonna be. Let's go with Cooper Flag to start.
All right, easy
I just
enough.
thought one of us took it from Mike for
He
no
didn't,
other reason.
he didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve
You know,
it.
y'all just mad because ain't no bulls on here to pick.
Stop it. Noah
No,
Esser.
we not.
He'll make all rookie next year.
He gonna make our rookie 10 years from now.
Patrick,
Hey, hey,
Patrick Williams overdue.
speaking of fried hard, Singh got fried hard coming out the summer league.
we ain't seen him since.
I ain't seen him since. The brother ain't
He
played
definitely
again.
got he definitely he didn't get fried hard. He got his egg scrambled that day.
Bro.
We ain't seen him since. That brother went back
uh,
to France.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with 2K.
Okay, fair. Well, if you guys take it obvious, you already know where I'm going. Mr. VJ Exco.
Probably twice.
Mr.
Yeah,
VJ Exco.
twice if you could.
Boy, twice as I could. That's you already know that's my homie. Then I'm gonna go Mr. Fears.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. VJ. He said. Okay. Okay.
VJ and Fears.
I know his stats are not the most hardy, but I'm still taking Dylan Harper on first
That's
team.
fair.
So
That's good.
that would be first team. Four guards, Cooper Flag, or well, Khan is small forward shooting guard. Okay, got you. I'm gonna go with the other Pelicans player. Why am I?
Queen.
Huh?
Derek Queen.
Yeah,
Queen.
Derek Queen. He should be the first pick on the second All NBA team, and um, I
Hmm?
I think he's worked his way. And
You mean all rookie team?
yeah, my bad. All rookie team.
All right.
Second
I just
second
make sure
All
that wasn't a Freudian slip.
No. And he started off slow, but I think he's recovered well in the midst of all the tanking. So let's just go with Ace Bailey as he should get that second spot.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a dude that's come on strong lately, and I'm gonna go with Marcus's pick for who put you on notice a few weeks ago, and Maxime Renault.
Deserves it, Frenchie.
Frenchie. All right, cool. I'm gonna go Mr. Trey Johnson,
Ugh.
and I like. I'm gonna go with Colin Murray Bowles.
Okay. I hmm, it's getting, these last couple are spooky.
Getting a little spooky.
I'm gonna go with Yeoman. Igor Yeoman.
Yeah,
Igor.
that's a good pick right there. And then this is my last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, to round it out, I'm gonna go with the dude that started off strong and then got stuck in the tankathon. Cedric,
Yeah.
uh, what's his
Coward.
name?
Coward.
Cedric Coward for the Grizzlies. He looked like the perfect 3-and-D slasher, forward, small forward, shooting guard, whatever you want to call him. He was killing it. Looked like a veteran for the Grizzlies for the first half of the year until Ja decided to be Ja and they tore everything apart. So
Yeah, he definitely got miscast quickly on that team because he definitely had a chance to play a good role, but he just got put in a position where he had to elevate himself before I think he probably was ready. I still think he'll be a good player though. But let's go ahead and call out our picks. Marcus, you first, me second. Darius, you wrap it up.
okay, it was Cooper Flag. Um, I don't have my notepad in front of me today. Derek Queen, Cedric Coward, and Ace Bailey. That's my four.
Okay. I had Con Knipple, Dylan Harper, Maxime Renault, and Jaeger Dim Yeoman. Gotta get that name.
I have BJ, Jeremiah Fears, Trey Johnson, and Colin Murray Boyles.
Fellas, been another episode. Please
Oh, we gotta
like.
do our Rookie of the Year.
Yes, you were right. Let's not
Cooper
close that
Flag
out.
is my pick. Last
Um,
weekend was enough to.
yeah, crap. Yeah, the performance Cooper having, I'm like, I think he's kind of edging 2K back out, man.
Pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
what I said on
I
the
don't
text. I say
know.
what I said on the text, and I agree with Tim
Well,
Bontemps here. I think anytime similar to Victor Wembanyama, you got a player that has a chance to be a historical player. You don't take an award from them like this when it's a razor thin margin. So I'm going Cooper Flag for the Rookie of the Year too.
yeah, yeah, cool.
So fellas, with that, please like, rate, subscribe, review, give us all the thoughts.
Critique. All the
Only
thoughts help
like
us be better,
if you're
y'all.
gonna give us 5 stars, and only if you're gonna comment well. We don't need haters all up in the pod, all up in trying to take down what we're trying to do. So,
All trying to be in the videos.
but we'll, we'll
Nah, I'm
be
with it.
we'll be coming back to you on a normally scheduled program next week when we're back on a
Yeah.
normal time. So we try to do this every Sunday night, post it Monday. So we'll look to be back with you then. But until then, float on.
Wow.
Peace.